Marketing Your Private Practice is a podcast where you'll learn easy to implement tips and strategies to grow your business without spending all day online. I'm your host, Kathy Colaiacovo, and I teach practitioners the Thrive marketing method to create simple and streamlined plans by focusing on long-term strategies, not just social media. Discover ways to spend less time on your marketing, attract more clients, and build the financial freedom that comes with a thriving practice. One where you have time left in your day for the people and things that matter to you. Hey, private practice heroes. Quick question for you. Do you want more website traffic and to have the search engine sending people to your website? I know, you're probably nodding your head yes, right? Who would say no to that? Well, here's the thing. If you're using Instagram and have one of those link tree or link in bio type of URLs on your Instagram profile, you're actually hurting yourself when it comes to building up the reputation and visibility for your website with the search engines. We're going to unpack this today so that you understand why it's not something I recommend and what you can do instead. And it is a simple fix that will instantly bring you more website traffic too. So let's get to it. Now, for those of you who are not using Instagram, this lesson applies to your business as well. Yes, even folks who don't use Instagram. So if that's you, don't shut your podcast player off just yet. Keep listening so you get the big picture because you'll be able to apply this lesson to almost all of your online and offline marketing. Let's dive into why this is one of the top marketing mistakes practitioners make with their Instagram profiles in particular. But first, I want to start with some background information. Today, we're talking about one of the pillars of marketing a practice or business online, your marketing foundations. And within this pillar of foundations, we're going to be diving into 3 of those 10 foundations. One is your website, one is SEO, and one is your social media profiles. They all help make your marketing work. Now, SEO or search engine optimization, this is something a lot of business owners need to be thinking of when it comes to marketing. And it's not as complicated as you think. The basics are something even non-techie folks can grasp when they're explained in a way that makes sense, which is how I like to do that. SEO essentially means you're doing activities and tactics to get organic traffic, and you gear these tactics to help the search engines show your website in their organic search results. And then, of course, over time, you want to improve your positioning too, meaning you want to show higher in those result pages. The way I help my Thrive Marketing Academy members understand this is to think of your SEO as a method you use with your marketing to try and encourage traffic to your website. That's all it is. You do this by creating your content in such a way with keywords that the search engines will know what your website is all about. But you're also creating website content that takes people to more pages or posts on your website to get more information. This is an ideal way to put content on the different pages and even blog posts that you put on your website. Search engines like to see this. They like to see people visiting a page, staying on it for a bit, then clicking a link, going to another page, staying on there for a bit. This means longer visits on your website, and that tells the search engines that people like your stuff and find it helpful. And that is a big thing with Google these days. They want to see us putting more helpful and useful content on our websites, content people can use. You can listen in to episode 6 of the podcast to hear more about the 7 steps to website content for your private practice that Google will love. Understanding these basics of SEO is important because we want to do what we can to help the search engines to know that our website is there because people are finding it. Number 2, we want them to register the visits to our website from search results they show people who are using Google to find an answer to their problems. And 3, we want the search engines to take notice of the visits on our website, especially those longer visits and visits where people click a link on one page, visit another page, stay there, consuming the content. A good portion of your marketing and the content you create will be sending people to your website for more information, which means you are directing some of the traffic to your website. It doesn't all come from search engines. This also helps your SEO efforts and helps you get that nod from Google and the other search engines that people are looking to you for answers. They Google something, they get the results, and they click on your website to get the answer. The more you can direct even more traffic to your website, the better. You're just helping this process along. Now, don't get me wrong. There are definitely times when sending people elsewhere may be needed, but a large part of your marketing plan should be including calls to action or other ways to get people onto your website, to your domain. This helps the search engines see the value in your website and keeps your website registered in their systems as a potential solution for those online searchers, especially if the amount of time they spend on your website is long. And by long, I mean more than 10 seconds. They pay attention to this too, and the search engines reward this by directing even more people there. Because to them, if someone stays on your website, it means they're reading your content. And that tells the search engines you have good content and answers to people's questions. That's why they start sending people to you. Here's an example of how this works. 5 years ago, I wrote a blog about the differences between Facebook groups and pages. People were opening more and more groups and not sure it was a good thing to do. And I have an article that I created that answers this question. So my website had this type of content in it. Keywords like, what's the difference between a Facebook page and a group? How do I set up a group? What group do I set up? So over the years, more and more traffic comes to this post on my website because when people visit it, they stay and read a lot of the information. The time they spend on the page tells Google it is a good website that has answers for those questions, and they start directing even more people to the post. So when people Google what's the difference between a Facebook page and a group, my blog post tends to come up on page 1 and often in the top 5. This has happened in part because of all the work I've done and creating the good, helpful content that I have there. It also brings me traffic I don't pay for or encourage in my marketing. It happens organically because it is good content that answers a question many people have, and Google has seen this. In my own marketing, I also send people to the website, and this added traffic helps Google value my site even more, building my reputation with them so they show more and more pages on my website to people looking for answers. So remember this one lesson on your marketing foundations. SEO and your website are both part of the big picture of marketing a practice online. There is a relationship between the two, and that relationship also connects with the content you create and put on your website. The search engines recognize all of this, and that means they register that content and your website to know there's a possible solution for folks on your website. And that's when they send more and more people to you for the answer. So now that you have this basic understanding of SEO, let's talk about why using those tools like Linktree or Link in Bio are a mistake. And this is where we're going to dive into another one of those marketing foundations, your social media profiles. Just your social media profiles alone and the information you have on them in your about and bio areas, these play a bigger role in your marketing than some people realize. It's why one of the first 2 lessons I teach in the Thrive Marketing Academy is all about optimizing your social media profiles. Because when they are optimized, they help people find your website and find you. And they really do make a difference. It's why I offer strategic audit and reviews of my members' social media profiles and their websites. It's one of the bonuses they get being part of the Academy. And it's often because those profiles and websites need some optimizing as they go through the program and learn to do their marketing in a more streamlined way than they ever did before. Recently, a website audit gave one of the members several items to fix up, and she took action. It was awesome to see her implementing it all. She made it happen, and within 1 month, the client bookings for her therapy practice, and it is a group practice, it jumped by almost 35%. They got just under 100 more bookings in that first month after making the fixes on the website. And after I did an audit and review of another person's social media profiles and her website setup, she also made the recommended changes. And she made them really fast. She did them within 24 hours. And when she messaged me the next day after our meeting, she'd already had 5 people reach out within that time period, within 24 hours, to book a consult with her. So when I say your social media profiles and your website are key elements in your marketing foundations and play a big role in your marketing, I really do mean it. But sometimes in the quest to make marketing easier, people find tools out there that may actually seem like a great idea or an easy way to do something, but it can often work against you and derail your goals without you even realizing it. These link in bios and Linktree links are two of these types of tools. I call them link tools. They offer people an easy way to have one link in their Instagram bio that takes people to a page where they can get all different resources, their latest offer, their lead magnet, their services page, and the list goes on and on. These tools, these link tools, make it so simple to set up a page with all these different links. And it solves a problem for these people in that if they want to have different links, they direct people so they're not constantly saying, DM me for a message or to get the special link or to get this. You have the one link there, and it's an answer to making sure that whatever content you're posting on your Instagram profile, if they hit the link in the bio, they'll be able to find whatever link you're talking about because it's not just one link there. And these tools really do make it easy to use. They're very easy pages to set up. You go in, you put in your name, you put in your picture, and you put in a bunch of links and what the title of the links are. Easy peasy, and it's done. But here's where the issue I have with it comes into play. When folks use these link tools, they typically get a link like link in bio / your name or Linktree / your name. Whatever way that those links are set up on the domain, they're set up so that they go linkin.bio / and then you put your name, whatever you want to call your page for your link in bio. So now I have a couple questions for you about this. When you use these link tools and people click on that link, your link in bio / your name, whose website are they going to? Now remember, the link is typically Linktree / your name. So the website they're going to, you got it. It's not yours. It's their website. It's Linktree's website or Link in Bio's website. They're going to your page that you have on that link tool's website. So who do you think gets the website traffic credit from all of those clicks? Again, you probably understand this now. It's not your website. They're visiting the website of those link tools. So whose reputation is getting boosted from all these website page visits? And now I can see you probably nodding your head because you're like understanding this. It is not your website or your domain. Linktree and Link in Bio and all the other link tools that are out there, they're getting all the clicks and they're getting all the visits and they're getting all that Google love that you want. You want that for your website. So I hope you see what's happening here. When you use these tools, you're actually sending people all of the time to the website of those link tools, not your own website. Now you might be thinking, what's the big deal, Kathy? If people click on the special link and they come to my Linktree page, then they'll come to my website. Same difference. Not exactly. Remember what I said about how the search engines track the amount of times people spend on your pages, on your website, especially if they click from one page to another and stay on there longer. It's good if people visit and read and stay and click a link and go to another page. And now that means they're there even longer. And Google and the other search engines love to see this kind of activity. It makes them happy about your website. But by having that link in bio or Linktree page there, you're removing your website from the traffic and giving a lot of the traffic, the initial traffic, to those link tool websites, which frankly is how they make money. By having a large volume of traffic, it helps them. So what's the solution then? How do you fix this? You gotta stop sending people to someone else's website. And really, it's only a pit stop when you think about it. Send them directly to your website. Create your own Linktree type of page on your website, your domain. Send people there directly to you. You can easily make a page just like these pages on these link tool sites, but you create it on your website. So when people click the link in your bio, they go to your website to a page that may look like that. It might have a bunch of links or images or whatever. and it will lead them to other pages on your website. This allows you to get all the traffic, and that traffic is going to stay on your site a little longer because they're going to make that decision of where do I want to go. Then they'll click the link they want. They'll go to another page on your website, and they'll stay there to get that information. This is activity search engines like to see, longer visits. And you can see a sample of a page like this on my website if you visit pepperitmarketing.com/Kathy C. So it's Kathy with a K and then a C. So KATHYC. Or you can check out a few of my clients' pages that we've made as well. So we've got marcyrd.com/marcy-rd-nutrition or ericaleon.com/Erica. So these 3 pages, and I'll put a link to them all in the show notes so that you can click and check them out and see what they look like. Each one typically has a similar setup. It has a little intro of us, our images, our profile images, and then buttons with links to the special pages of interest on our website. So when people click on the link in our bios and go to these pages, they come to our website. And then they'll make the decision of what they want to go to next. They're going to click something on that page and visit another page on the website. All of this is activity that helps the search engines see these longer visits, and it just boosts the reputation of our websites for somebody else's website, for those link tool websites. Now, yes, there are some things that the link tools can do easily, and that's why people use them. The ability to get up a picture fast or easy with a link. But I would argue that it's not that complicated to do on most website systems, whether you have a WordPress site, a Squarespace, a Wix one, however you're set up. It's really a matter of having a page with some information, which all of your other pages have, and possibly some buttons or some images that people can click to. You can easily make button images in Canva and have those uploaded to this page and put the links on them so people go to the right page on your website. Once you get it set up once, updating it each time you might need to make a change, that takes maybe 2 minutes of time. You go in, you make the change of a link that you want to have, you update, publish on your website, and there it is. Really, it's about the same amount of time it would take you to do on one of the link tool websites, once you get the initial page set up, of course. So when you understand the why behind website traffic and links and the relationship to search engines and SEO, it helps you understand better why you want to be thinking about where you send people online with your marketing. And this applies to all of your marketing, but especially in this case to your Instagram profile and the link you have in your profile bio. If you can invest a little time setting up that page and updating it the same as you would on one of those link tool websites, but the difference is now your website is going to get more traffic instantly and traffic that helps you, not those other sites. It's really all about taking some time and planning your marketing, making sure that you send people to your website as much as possible. So not only from your link in bios, but other marketing activities too should be sending people to your website. But in this case, if you create your own page like this, all of a sudden you're going to start getting more traffic than you did before because you're stopped sending people to someone else's website. So your action steps for today, I would highly encourage you to stop using, and especially if you're paying for some of these tools, something that can be easily set up by you or your web manager and used in the same way. You'll be getting more traffic to your website if you do this than sending it to somebody else's. And if you want to offer multiple links and have the ability to create and update your own link in bio page like this, I really do encourage you to set it up. Create your own Instagram landing page and send people to you. And by the way, a quick pro tip on this. If you want, once you have a page set up like this, you aren't limited to using it just on Instagram. It could be your Facebook website link. It could be your LinkedIn one. There's so many ways you could use this. You could use this on a business card. You can use it for offline marketing too. It could go into some of your brochures and flyers if you're speaking at events or going to speak in front of groups. This page can be used in so many ways in your marketing. And if you're not sure what to put into your own Instagram landing page and you want a little guidance, I do have a free marketing tip sheet you can download, and it shares some best practices for creating your own Instagram landing page and the content you want to think about including to it. So I'll link to that in the show notes as well so that you can download your own Instagram landing page setup guide. But honestly, if you take this step, your website traffic will thank you, and the search engines will start recognizing you more. You will instantly begin to get more traffic to your website because you've stopped sending it elsewhere. And once you have your page up there, DM me on Instagram and share it with me. I'd love to see your end result from this activity. And I hope this episode has inspired you to put yourself first when it comes to website traffic and sending people to you. Don't send people all the time to other websites from your marketing, and especially from your social media profiles. If people are connecting with you online, on social media, and they may have that moment of thinking, I want to work with this person, giving them a place where they can reach you and get on your website. You never know where they're going to explore when they get to your website. That is the best way to plan your marketing. And it is a very strategic way to make sure that you're working on those main foundations, your website, your SEO, and your social media profiles, optimizing them all to help you in the long run with the marketing and the time you spend on your marketing. So if you want to learn a little more about these audit and reviews that I do and that I give people as part of my programs that sometimes give them phenomenal results, like 100 new client bookings in a month, well, you can hit the link to book a quick call with me that you'll find in the show notes, and I'll explain it to you how these audits and reviews work as well. I will see you in the next episode, and be sure you check out all of the links in the show notes with the resources and everything that I mentioned here so that you don't miss out on anything. But most importantly, make sure that you fix this one thing on your Instagram profile. If you've got that link in bio there, you can make changes that will get you more traffic instantly. You can find all of our show notes and resources mentioned at marketingyourprivatepractice.com. Be sure to connect with me on Instagram at pepperitmarketing and say hi. I'd love to hear any feedback you have, and make sure to rate and review the podcast and hit subscribe on your favorite player so you don't miss any future episodes.